listing is costing you $4,200 this summer. You're reposting the same tired ad from 3 years ago, then wondering why you're stuck with lowball applicants or a 30-day vacancy during the hottest rental season of the year. That's not just an annoyance, it's a direct hit to your bottom line. In the next 12 minutes, I'll expose the exact listing mistakes bleeding money out of your pocket right now. More importantly, I'll show you the specific, actionable fixes top-performing self-managing landlords use to lease faster and higher during peak season. This isn't about fancy tech, it's about practical, proven strategies to maximize your California rental income. Let's start with the cold, hard math. You're losing money right now. A 21-day vacancy on a $2,000 per month unit costs you $1,400 in lost rent alone. That's a direct, unrecoverable loss. But that's just the start. Add in the cost of relisting, the time you spend sifting through unqualified leads, and potential concessions you offer to finally fill the unit, and you're easily past $2,000. If you're self-managing a portfolio of 10 units and just 2 of them experience this kind of avoidable vacancy this summer, you're looking at $4,200 evaporating from your profit. That's not a theoretical number. It's your cash. The quality of your rental listing is not a secondary task. It is arguably the highest ROI activity you have all year. Prioritizing it pays dividends. Neglecting it costs thousands. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most landlords assume peak leasing season, May through August, will automatically carry a weak listing. They think demand is so high, their unit will just rent itself. That's a dangerous assumption, and it's costing you. You need to understand how platforms like Zillow and Apartments.com actually work, especially during peak season. These platforms are not static bulletin boards. They are algorithm-driven machines. Both Zillow and Apartments.com use engagement signals, saves, inquiries, click-through rates within the first 72 hours of your listing going live to determine its ongoing search placement. Think of it as a sprint. If your listing generates low engagement in those critical first 3 days, the algorithm interprets it as a low-quality or undesirable unit. It then actively suppresses your listing, pushing it lower and lower in search results. A listing that gets ignored on day 1 gets buried by day 4, regardless of how much you drop the rent later. This means you burn your highest traffic window, peak season. With a listing that the algorithm has already decided is not worth showing, you attract price-sensitive applicants, or worse, no applicants, leading to longer vacancies and a lease below market. This is a triple loss that compounds all year. Your weak listing during peak season isn't just inefficient, it's uniquely catastrophic. Let's identify the specific listing killers bleeding your profits. These are common mistakes but easily fixed. First, poor photography. This is the single biggest culprit. I've seen listings with dark, blurry photos taken with a phone flashlight, or worse, sideways. Your hero shot, the first image, needs to be a daylight exterior shot, ideally taken between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., showcasing the property's best angle. Compare a listing with a grainy interior shot of a bathroom as its first image to one with a bright, inviting exterior. The latter gets 300% more clicks. This isn't a guess, it's data from millions of Zillow listings. Second, a generic headline. 2-bed 1-bath for rent is not a headline, it's a data point. Your headline needs to name the neighborhood benefit, not just the unit features. Instead of spacious apartment in city, try sunny neighborhood oasis, walk to local park coffee shop. The best headlines highlight lifestyle and location, not just square footage. Third, price ending in a round number. This is a subtle but powerful killer. Listing your unit at $2,100 instead of $2,095 might seem insignificant, but it's not. Many renters use price filters like $2,000 to $2,100. If you price at $2,100, you might be excluded from searches that cap at $2,100. By pricing at $2,095, you appear in both the $2,000 to $2,100 and $2,000 to $2,099 ranges. It's a small tweak that expands your audience. Fourth, a wall of text. Renters scroll. They don't read dense paragraphs. Break up your description with bullet points. Highlight key features. New stainless steel appliances, in-unit laundry, pet-friendly, with deposit. Focus on benefits, not just features. Fifth, missing or outdated information. Is the pet policy clear? What about parking, lease terms? If a renter has to guess, they move on. Ensure your listing is comprehensive and accurate. An outdated listing with incorrect availability dates or amenities is an immediate red flag for serious applicants. But wait, there's a catch. Fixing these issues isn't enough if you don't understand the peak season formula. To dominate peak season, you need a formula. It's not just about avoiding mistakes, it's about optimizing for conversion. First, your photos. Invest in professional photography if you can. If not, use a wide-angle lens on your phone, shoot during the day, and turn on every light. Take at least 15 to 20 high-quality photos. Include the exterior, living areas, kitchen, bedrooms, bathrooms, and any outdoor space. Think about the flow. The first 3 to 5 photos are crucial. They tell a story. Second, price anchoring. This is where the non-round number comes in, but it's more than that. Research comparable units in your exact neighborhood. Don't just look at what's listed. Look at what's rented. Zillow's rent estimate tool isn't always accurate. Focus on true comps. If most similar units are renting for $2,050 to $2,150, pricing at $2,095 positions you optimally. You appear competitive, but you haven't given away revenue. Third, copy that converts. Your description should be a sales pitch, not a dry inventory list. Start with the most appealing feature or location benefit. Use evocative language. Sun-drenched living room with views of landmark is better than living room with window. End with a clear call to action. Schedule your private tour today. Remember, you're selling a lifestyle, not just 4 walls. Mention California-specific amenities like air conditioning or proximity to public transit for easier commutes. If your listing has been live for more than 5 days with fewer than 10 inquiries during peak season, you have a problem. Do not lower the price. That's a knee-jerk reaction that signals desperation and often attracts even lower-quality applicants. Instead, you need to execute a 48-hour relaunch. Here's your checklist. 1. Delist the unit ***. Remove the current listing entirely from all platforms. Zillow, apartments.com, etc. You need a clean slate to reset the algorithm. 2. Audit your photos ***. Are they bright, clear, and abundant? Is your hero shot compelling? Replace any dark or blurry images. Add at least 5 new, high-quality photos. 3. Rewrite your headline ***. Focus on neighborhood benefits and unique selling points. Make it enticing. 4. Optimize your description ***. Break up paragraphs with bullet points. Highlight 3 to 5 key features. Add a strong call to action. 5. Adjust your price if necessary. Only adjust if your initial market research was flawed, and always use a non-round number. Never drop the price just because it's not renting. 6. Repost as a brand new listing ***. This is critical. By reposting, you trick the algorithm into thinking it's a fresh unit, giving you another 72-hour engagement window. This is your chance to get it right. This rapid relaunch strategy is how smart landlords leverage the algorithm instead of being penalized by it. It's a direct response to Zillow listing algorithm landlord behavior. You're not just hoping, you're actively manipulating the system to your advantage. This is how you fill a vacancy fast and maximize your rental listing optimization. California. A 21-day vacancy on a $2,000 per month unit costs you $1,400 in lost rent alone. Add concessions and relisting fees, and you're easily past $2,000. Your listing quality is the highest ROI task you have. Zillow and apartments.com use engagement signals in the first 72 hours to determine ongoing search placement. A listing ignored on day 1 gets buried by day 4. The 3 highest impact fixes are a daylight hero photo between 9 to 11 a.m., a headline naming the neighborhood benefit, and a rent price ending in a non-round number like $2,095. If your listing has been live more than 5 days with fewer than 10 inquiries during peak season, do not lower the price. Delist, fix the photos and copy, and repost as a fresh listing to reset the algorithm clock before you sacrifice revenue. This is how you win during peak leasing season. Rental tips, powered by LeaseBase Intelligence.